It's really personal to me because of the emotion, I guess, that we bring that I bring to Home Instead in setting up a new client when they are looking for somebody desperately to come in and provide care. And for me, it was setting up care for my dad. My mom was the primary caregiver, and I knew from what I know about providing care, my mom was exhausted and she needed help. And I was able to set up care, which my dad refused from the beginning, didn't need it, didn't want it, and was able to convince Dad that this is really something that we need to do because it's affecting Mom. And he finally agreed, and doing a couple days a week, and eventually turned into 5 days a week because he so loved the caregiver. There was a lot of personal history that my dad shared with her that he'd never shared with anybody in the family, that the relationship that they had was so precious. And I would see that when I would do the visits, stop in and visit and talk to Dad or talk to the caregiver. It was for me one of the highlights of what Home Instead does for families when they need care is that you want to feel confident about the caregiver that's there with your mom or dad. And for Dad, he looked forward to it and would ask, when is the caregiver coming back? When will she be here again? Because he couldn't remember that she was there at 3 o'clock or whatever time she would show up. He looked forward to her coming. And for me, it was a great sense of relief that Mom no longer had to worry about Dad getting the care and the care that he needed desperately. Because when the caregiver would show up, she would step right in and Mom would step out. And so it was respite for her. And she also saw the relationship that blossomed between the caregiver and my dad. And for me, it was probably one of the most gratifying things. I've set up a lot of clients, and to witness that just on a real personal level for me was really touching.